Hey y'all, about to go see if I can kill some squirrels this afternoon. It's about 2:30 and I haven't been squirrel hunting in so long. So I'm gonna go out here, see if I can't kill a few. I'm using old 410 shotgun. Before y'all get in the comments and roast me, it was either this or an AR, so figured this is probably the better bet if I want to be able to eat it. So actually, funny story about this gun. This was my first gun. Got it for my first birthday, and the man that gave it to me, won't say any names, was actually well, it's in the history book, but he was in charge of the largest drug bust in the state of Kentucky in history. So kind of weird but cool story. So I'm gonna start packing my stuff up and start heading down here into the woods. Also wanted to show y'all this new bag I got. It's basically a fanny pack on steroids, to put it simple. I went to Shields. We were up in Illinois this past weekend and doing Christmas with my in-laws, and we went to Shields and I had to get some new waders and a couple other things, and I've been carrying around this camo backpack because nobody out there makes camo camera bags. So if you're watching this and want to do that, that's probably a great idea. But told the guy, I was like, I've been carrying around this backpack, but in the backpack I had camera bags. And like when you're on the go hunting, to pull out a backpack that has a bag in it is like stupid. I was like, I need something that's easily accessible, but like plenty big enough that, I can pull out my camera or a lens or a microphone or batteries or whatever and not have to pull off this backpack and like be able to do it on the go. And he was like, all right, I'll be right back. So he brought this bag back and it was like perfect. It's got cup holders on it. It's got side pouches on each side, and it has a huge opening in the top. It's got all kinds of compartments in it, and then there's actually another pouch up front here. But it was originally priced at, I think, $2.99. I ended up getting it for $50. So I was like, yeah, I can't pass it up. So it's my first time using it. We'll see how it goes, but I already love it. I just had one up in this tree behind me, and he ended up going in a hole. But there's another one right up here somewhere that's been hollering since I got down in here. So let's see if I can sneak up there. All these leaves on the ground, it's so hard to be quiet, but let's see if I can get close enough to get a shot. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he's loud. He's still probably 50 yards away. I usually like coming later in the evenings, because early in the morning they're hungry, real active. But later in the evenings they've been, not evenings but afternoon, they've been eating all morning, so they start to slow down. Especially if you're hunting with a 22. It's I would say it's better to come later. They're not as active, but that's an advantage. You're not having to try to shoot with them on the run. They usually just sit pretty still. This stupid thing is just circling around this tree. Literally, I see its tail, and as soon as I take another step, he's around a tree again. Dang. Stupid thing went Tarzan mode on me and got out of there, but he ran back up this way, so I'm gonna pick up the camera, start walking up that way. I've heard a few more up there too. There doesn't seem to be much going on down in here. Hey, well, I'm not having any luck, so new strategy. I'm gonna go down in this holler and just sit and wait. I came out here a couple weeks ago and shot a bunch of photos, and when I just sat, they were everywhere. But I think these leaves are just too loud and scaring them off every time, so we'll see if this works. This is also the same property that I came in coyote on it, if you saw that video, when they were going absolutely nuts. And I'll kind of show you. I was sitting up in there, past the wood line, probably 50 yards, and they came. There's an old road, like right there. It goes up, but then down over here, it starts getting flat. There's a big flat spot area over there. And I don't know if you can see it off in the distance, but back in there, there's a creek. And every night at about 6 o'clock, they come up that creek. Then they head down this way to a farm. There's a bunch of cornfields they head down that way. And then at about 12 o'clock, they come back up this creek and go back out the way they came, which is down that way. So we're planning on coming back out here, hopefully somewhat soon. We just found out that there's a big coyote hunt coming up. They're doing a big pot for it. I think it's like $60 a team. Me and Jason, Jake, for sure are gonna do it, and we're gonna try to get a couple more. I think the prize is like, I think it's 75% of the pot, and there's no limit. I think it lasts like 3 days. It's like the first week of January. So that'll be fun as heck. But I think we're gonna come out here, hit this spot. We know they're in here. And then we went out to another farm last week. And then we've got a few more places we can go, but they're everywhere right now. And people are calling and saying, hey, we've got some out here, come on. And we get out there and there's nothing. We don't know their patterns, neither do the other people, the people that own the property. So it's hard to get there at the right time and be patient and set up and do everything. So hopefully a lot more of that kind of content will be coming soon. But right now we're just squirrel hunting. I don't deer hunt. I've never deer hunted. I want to, but I never got into it. I never really got into hunting. When we lived in Florida, I went turkey and hog hunting a couple times, and when I was little in Kentucky, we would go rabbit and squirrel and possum hunting and stuff, but I never really got into it a whole lot. But I'm hoping now now that I've got some more time, I can get into it a little bit more. Alright, well, ended up sitting there for a long time and had no action. So I got up, started walking, didn't see anything, came back to the car, dropped all my stuff off, and then one started squawking back down there. So I went back down there, found him, shot him, fell out of the tree, immediately hopped back up in the tree and then just bolted. And I tried to chase him down, but there's barbed wire fences and I couldn't get over them in time and whatever. So then I'm sitting down there because I heard another one. I'm just waiting. And then I hear a cow up here going nuts. And legit thought one was like giving birth or something. So ran up out of the woods, which I'll insert the clip of the sound. Ran up out of the woods, got up here, and our bull was going back and forth with the neighbor's bull, and that's pretty much all it was. But anyways, saw a few, shot one, hit it, definitely hit it, fell out of the tree hard, but ended up getting away. So I'm gonna come back out here, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something. I'm wanting to go deer hunting pretty soon, so well, I'm not hunting, but going to film a deer hunt. So hoping that works out, hopefully within the next couple days. But anyways, I do a horrible job. Well, so far I've done a horrible job at wrapping up videos, and I just let them close out with whatever footage I shot last. But it's one thing I gotta get better at, is getting a good closeout. So anyways, that's pretty much it. So guys, thank you so much for subscribing and watching and liking and everything else. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've always enjoyed video. I've done video kind of full-time, more so part-time recently, for the past like 6 years. So I have all the equipment and stuff, but hunts are something I never really got into until here recently, and I really enjoy doing it. So if you or anybody you know is wanting to film a hunt, I'd love to come out, and won't charge a whole bunch, if anything at all, if it's close. But I just love getting to spend time in the woods and hang out and learn more about these animals. Like I was saying earlier, I've never like really hunted before. I went on my first duck hunt last week. Went on my first, well, not first turkey hunt. I went turkey hunting in Florida, but that's a completely different game. But went on my first turkey hunt in Kentucky a couple weeks ago. Went deer hunting, which I've gone. There's a massive bald eagle flying across the field right now. But went on the deer hunt and loved it. It's just super fun, like, especially just like getting to learn like how these animals work, I guess. And my thing isn't so much like, I guess, killing the animal. It's more so like, I don't know, I guess it's like kind of history, like really like what America grew on, and like how our ancestors lived and that kind of stuff, which technology now is like completely different than it was back then. But being able to just like document that, and I really want to get better at doing, I guess, more kind of document style. But everything so far has just been like, I'll have a buddy hit me up like that day or the day before, and you don't really have time to prepare, and like still working and stuff. We don't really have time to like get out and like really make like a sick film. But no matter what I do, I'm still trying to put like footage out and give you guys content. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.